All right. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. It looks like this week we are given the two people to compare are going to be Menno Simmons and Teresa of Avila. Um, which one caught my the most attention and why? So for me, it was Menno Simmons. He was an Anabaptist, which is how I was also raised. So he was against infant baptism, which originally was introduced as a substitution to circumcision, surprisingly enough. Um, I thought it was interesting that he had a price on his head and that he died of old age and was buried in his cabbage garden instead of being buried alive. Um, he rejected transubstantiation, which was practiced by Catholics, and he I thought it was also interesting that he joined priesthood without ever reading the Bible. He wanted to go in with a fresh take and not have a biased opinion, which I think is to be commended. He his followers eventually became the Mennonites, um, and he was against simony, um, which was the selling of church offices. The quote that stuck out to me the most was he proclaimed himself as a shepherd to guard the wayward. And with what we learned in theology lectures this week, how does it relate? So the lecture that this most relates to when looking at Menno Simmons, I think, is um, when looking at the different types of the atonement theories. I think that Anabaptists and Menno Simmons followers followed probably the fourth one the most, which was the moral exemplar. Um, Reason being is because it believes more in the moral transformation of a person after accepting Christ's atonement on the cross, which um, is similar with most Baptists in terms of um, adult Baptist baptisms, because the concept is when you go under the water, um, you're dead to sin, and then when you come up, you're born again anew as a Christian, and that's kind of like where you get the term like born again Christian, and they believe that their heart is transformed as well as they become like a new Christian. So that's the atonement I think that the Mennonites probably aligned with the most. And that's it for my video this week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, you guys, tomorrow.